A lot of these movies will do that. They'll sacrifice it just so, it's for an English audience.
Yeah.
Well, fucking read, goddammit. If you can read for Mel Gibson, you can read for this. I'm looking at you, Passion. Welcome back to yet again another amazing episode of Rounds of the Knights Table. I'm Jim.
I'm Mary.
Today we're going to talk about the boy who harnessed the wind. This film is about William, a young boy growing up in Africa, in IT. William is going to school. During orientation, it starts to fucking pour.
And the dude's just standing there like nothing's happening.
I know.
Go to your home class.
It's tobacco business in Africa that wants to buy the land from these villagers.
Use the trees. That's all they want, though, is like the trees. They don't want the land.
Yeah, they don't want the land. They just want the trees. But that's going to cause their village to flood. And so William starts to learn about magnets and electricity so he can eventually become the last airbender. It's a poor village.
I mean, yeah.
And he can't, and his family's really broke because he can't pay his
school bills. It's also set during 2001, September 11th, because you hear on the radio about the two towers being hit. Their village floods, and they lose like all of their
green
food and all that.
Yeah, their harvest.
And the government's not going to help them because Jeffrey wouldn't play along with the president. And
that's because he was too busy being the Fresh Prince Butler. Did you know that was him, though?
Oh, yeah.
Watching the movie? And then the president shows up, and he's like, discount Forrest Whitaker.
Is the discount that he's got both eyes working? So Chief Jeffrey lays down some knowledge on this guy.
They tune his ass up.
Oh, yeah. He ends up dying from it. The village is left with, like, nothing. People are leaving.
They have no food.
This kid, William, he invents a windmill.
Yeah.
To run a pump that he found in a junkyard to run water into the fields. And that's pretty much what it's all about.
Let's talk about the good. I thought this film was shot very well.
Chiwetel Ejiofor and William's debut. Beautiful
landscapes, even though it's like it's mostly dirt. I thought the acting was very good. I thought it was on a next level, and then also the dialect.
Oh, yes,
that really it wasn't just in English. A lot of these movies will do that. They'll sacrifice it just so it's for an English audience.
Yeah.
Well, fucking read, goddammit.
I was culturally and some emotionally shook.
They
did a pretty good job on all the culture of it. I thought that Chiwetel did a really good job directing this.
There's the scene where William kind of blackmails his teacher to let him study in their library.
It's like, oh, I know you're messing with my sister. Did the same thing to his sister, too. Use that relationship against her.
That William, you slick motherfucker.
And then she left.
She left, but she left knowing that she could get that for him. She did that for him.
She at least got
him the dynamo. There was a tense moment in this movie when the guys leave to go give this president a scare.
They were just pretty much going to, not really riot, but do a rally.
And it leaves all the women in the village, what's left of them.
Also, this is when they had sent William and a bunch of other people off to buy some grain from the government. Yeah. So they trucked it to a place 20, 30 miles away. So William takes some of the money they have to go buy as much as he can. While they're gone is when it happens.
And so these guys show up and steal everything from them.
I really thought he was about to attack them. I get that it was probably the closest thing, but she picks up a bowl.
I thought the story was good. I thought it told its purpose.
Kamba, the dog. He was pretty compelling throughout the movie, being there probably when he wasn't supposed to kind of thing. But he dies because the dad wouldn't let William feed him. He's like, if you feed that dog, I'll break your neck.
Straight up.
Bro, you ain't even eating.
Why not eat the dog?
I mean, come on now. He comes up on this dog, and he's just dead under a tree, and that's heartbreaking.
Really touching moment, I thought. I thought that was one of the strongest moments of the film. Let's talk about the bad. This film was a little long. Hour and 35-minute movie, I think, would have sufficed for this. They dragged the drought and the desperation. I mean, I get it. You want to hammer home that it's desperate, but I got that.
But because they do so many shots of empty fields.
Yeah.
They go back to those people with the porcelain masks, which... How creepy were those masks?
I know, they were really fucking creepy.
It was really good for a Netflix movie.
Because sometimes they have so much promise and then fucking just flatline. Bird Box. Velvet Buzzsaw. There's this one point where the wife smacks the daughter, and it makes that like 1980s smack sound. It's like... It takes a full hour and 40 minutes before he can harness the wind. I just thought it was a little long. And then the dude scales it. No safety harness. How are you going to...
How do you expect them to have a safety harness when they didn't even know that a windmill existed?
How can he harness the wind if he's not wearing a harness? I don't like that they just stomped the chief. Because I really felt like they would have just pulled him around back and shot his ass. One of the, dude's Secret Service members pulls out a gun. Was that the gun Van Pelt had in fucking Jumanji? Did you see that thing? And then the noise it made. My final thought. I was really captivated by the first 30 minutes of this movie. This cultural thing that I was drawn to. I'm as white as can be, and yet I was still enamored by it because, like I always say, there's stories to be told, and that's what I appreciated about this movie, is that it's just a story about people. It was really too long for what it should have been. And for some reason, it lessened the movie for me way more than it should have. And I was really bored by the end. I'd score this movie a 7.0 out of 10.
It really caught me, the culture of it. I would score it, probably about a 7.2. And I recommend watching it. They draw so much out. They linger on shots too much. It just kind of starts to bore you near the end.
I want you guys to check out this movie if you haven't yet. If you have, let us know what you thought. Leave a message in the comments. Hit those likes. You already know what the fuck it is. Hit that subscribe. And we will check you out next time only on Rounds.